Jesus fucking Christ. So this is why fucking Princess Flair or Freya, they're the fucking same character, just Freya has no fucking memories of when she was Flair, but this is why fucking whichever the fuck one they are is a great and satisfying punching bag of a character. Now, just let's fucking rock and roll this out of the way right now. Rape is bad. Rape is bad. Rape is bad. But if it's a piece of shit, then it's deserved. And Freya is a fucking piece of shit. And also Flair. For this vid, we're for blah blah. She's Flair, but Princess Flair is a piece of shit of a character. And now, that's one of the very big reasons why it's satisfying for her being a punching bag character. Now, Flair is an antagonist. Flair is an antagonist. When Flair was first introduced, it was like, oh yeah, ha 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 ha, sunshine and fucking rainbows and shit ass like that. But then it's like, okay, you're a fucking evil bitch. Fucking the main protagonist of Redo a fucking Healer is very justified. He is very fucking justified. And well, his actions are so fucking evil too. And it's like, well, you'd be raped for fucking several ass fucking months, drugged and shit like that. His actions are pretty fucking justified. And Flair as a character, well, Flair as a character for the antagonist part of her character, she was a pretty okay antagonist. Yes, of course. The whole reason why she fucking drugged, raped, and abused the main protagonist of Redo of Healer. It's like, oh wow, you do not want to heal anybody because a little bit of trauma, just a little tiny bit of trauma. Well, no more trauma, because you're just gonna be now forced off a bunch of trauma now. And yeah, Flair is very fucking evil. And Flair's also like a bitch of a character. Not just like a bitch for just like a stuck-up personality bitch character, but just like a fucking bitch of a character towards like Flair quickly fucking rolled over. Like, very quickly rolled over. From where it was like, oh, I'm the fucking, I'm the most fearsome fucking, warrior of this land, to like, oh no, please no, don't do this, main protagonist coon, please don't do this, please. Her fucking fingers being like broken and shit, and that scene was brutal. Just, oh, why so serious? That's just some glimpse. But yeah, fucking, Flair was like, it's like, Flair was like super quick too. Cause, again, Flair was one of them antagonists too, where it's like, oh, ha 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 ha. Like, the best way I can, compare, like, Flair as a antagonist is, think Bellamy. Think Bellamy from One Piece. Which, I like Bellamy. Bellamy's a pretty cool character. Yeah, Bellamy's a bitch too, but Bellamy's a cool character. Bellamy, Bellamy was, oh yeah, ha 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 ha, I'm the best pirate around, ha ha ha. And then Bellamy got fucking one-punched by Luffy. And that's pretty much what Flair is. Oh ha ha ha, I'm the best warrior around. Gets fucking, well, definitely doesn't get one-punched by the main protagonist of Redo of Healer. No. And that's where it's like, she was, it's like, again, the main protagonist of Redo of Healer was justified. Because it's one thing, right? It's one thing if it was truly somebody that was like, innocent and shit like that, like the fucking protagonist, you know? It's like, if it's one character that was like the protagonist and all that shit happened to, that's one thing. But Flair is not a fucking good person. Flair is a straight up antagonist, and it is justified. And you know, after like a bunch of fucking games, torture, sex, and shit like that, you know, the healer was like, you are no longer Flair, bitch. You are now Freya. And Freya lost, Freya, she became, and Flair was no more. No more memories, and even though, yeah, her face was like a different face, they looked the same. The faces looked the same. But, you know, as Freya now, and as Freya, there's a lot of like, you know, oh, is it as justified since she's, you know, she has no memories or whatever, and Freya's pretty much a sweetheart of a character and is a completely different character from what she was as Flair. And it's like, you know, the main protagonist too, and this is where like a redo of Healer is like, it's a lot of fan service in my opinion with like redo of Healer. Because it's like, you know, it's a sex scene, at least like 4 fucking, you know, sex scenes to 5 sex scenes per episode, it seems like. And it's like, you know, well, Flair, Freya's pretty much, you know, it's like Freya's the victim now because, oh, wow, she's a totally different fucking character than what Flair is, and, you know, the main protagonist is, you know, fucking, you know, Hey, Princess Flair, do you like my big balls? Oh, that's just the quench. But it's like, you know, it's like, alright, it's like, okay, yeah, that is a little fucked up from, you know, the healer now. To where it's like, you know, Flair's pretty much just a punching bag for sex for the healer and a trophy. But it's kind of justified too, because that's what the healer was to Flair. Flair for the healer, when the healer was, you know, tortured, abused, and fucking drugged by Flair, fucking the healer was nothing more than a trophy to Flair. And that's what Freya is. She is nothing more than a trophy to the healer. And unlike the healer, it is justified, though. Because, you know, viewing this as a real-world situation now, like, say, because say if it was like, Adolf Hitler. Say if it was fucking Adolf Hitler. Alright, Adolf Hitler is a piece of shit, obviously. Hitler fucking, like Flair, would fucking deserve every fucking bit of it, of course, because Hitler's a fucking piece of shit. But then it's like, because Hitler lost his fucking memories and is a totally different person, there should just be, like, pity for Hitler, even after, like, all the fucking shit Hitler did? Because here's the thing about, like, memory loss and shit like that, right? Memory loss is not, you know, forever lost. There are, you know, instances in our real world where people who lost memories gained back their memories. And, you know, it's like, if fucking Hitler now, right? Say, because again, real world, you know, just real world hypothetical. If fucking Hitler lost his memories, and Hitler should be, oh yeah, you lost your memories. Oh, this is no longer Adolf Hitler. It's a totally, you know, it's Houndolf Schittler. Houndolf Schittler. Wow, that's just some quench. Houndolf Schittler. Ha ha ha. Houndolf Schittler. You know, sunshine and rainbows, this and that. You know, like 3-4 fucking weeks later, it's like, oh wow. Houndolf Schittler, wait. It's like, that, it's like, again, just like Freya, you know, it's like, there's a big possibility that, like, Freya could remember that, hey, she's Flair, and could commit them evil acts again. And that's why, that's justified, in my opinion, for, like, the fucking, just, like, the trophy bullshit for the healer and all that, of course. Now, again, all that kind of fucking evil actions that occur by the healer and Freya, or Flair, whoever the fuck, they're, of course, very evil actions and very evil deeds. But it's one of them things where it's like, poison is poison in both situations, and there is no true cure in either or situation. The healer, revenge, but the healer's lover died because of revenge. Flair tortured a innocent fucking civilian, but is now tortured herself. Again, it's just both sides of the situation is nothing but poison without no healing situation. And Flair as a character too is one of them characters in like fucking media that's like very rare, to where it's like it's just fun and deserved for why she's a punching bag of a character. And that's horrible, and yeah, well, I mean, Meg Griffin's a punching bag. Meg Griffin's a punching bag of a character, and Meg Griffin's one of them characters that's, not justified for the abuse that Meg Griffin has as a punching bag character in media. Flair is one of them characters that is. And, that's why Flair's one of them characters, because I do like Flair as a character. But I like her as an antagonist, especially one of them kinds of antagonists similar to, like, Bellamy that's, like, a bitch of a fucking antagonist. And whenever, Flair is just, like, straight up Freya now. Freya, it's like night and day for, like, their characters, of course. Freya is, like, a totally different character. But it's also, like, again, it's like, that's still Flair. That is still fucking Flair. But, it's like Freya, though, is definitely a noble character, a truly noble character, but also again, a ditzy kind of character, which is, she's more laid back than what Flair is big time, of course. But again, she's one of them characters where it's like, that's still Flair. That is still Flair. And yeah. Enough about this little just, character vid. If y'all like this vid, like, comment, sub, all that fucking jazz. And, what's a punching bag of a character that's pretty funny? Besides, like Meg or Flair, of course. Meg, those, again, one of them punching bag characters that's just, it is not justified.